Well, hello there. My name is Ian, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this morning, I checked my email and got some really great and exciting news that I have been waiting years to hear. So on March 20th, 2026, Zappa Records and Universal Music Group will release the 50th anniversary of Frank Zappa and the Mothers' Bongo Fury record, which of course famously includes Captain Beefheart in the lineup. So this has been a release that I've been waiting for a very long time for a lot of reasons. Um, Mostly because this band, aside from the Bongo Fury record, has been underrepresented in terms of the posthumous releases and even releases during Zappa's lifetime. In fact, the only canonical release of any of this material outside of the Bongo Fury album was, of course, on this CD here. You can't do that on stage anymore, volume 4, which at the end of disc 1, we have the original version of The Torture Never Stops, sung by Captain Beefheart. So this is all unreleased material, or I should say, unedited material released for the first time. And that is exciting. And oh my gosh, something that I've been dreaming of for a long time. This is another one of my Zappa grails, and indeed another one of my Captain Beefheart grails. So let's look at the different variants that are available for pre-order now. And as you can see, the prices are quite reasonable, especially compared to the recent Rush Grace Under Pressure box set announcement. So we have 3 vinyl options and 1 5 CD plus Blu-ray Super Deluxe Edition. And we're going to take a look at that last. So first up, we have this 2 LP edition with booklet and lithographic print. And for $40, you get this beautiful looking set, which they've added this image in the gatefold, which I really, really like. I hope that's reprinted in all editions of the album. And it looks like you get a nice little booklet too. Now, we'll jump over in a moment here and look at the track listings, but I'll show you what else is available first. So if you don't want the second LP, if you just want the original album plus the print, it's only $33. So, you know, great if you're a vinyl collector. And, you know, of course, there is the 1 LP edition for a cool $30. So they're charging $3 for the lithograph. I think a lot of people are probably going to go in that direction. And finally, what I think is really the most exciting thing on offer here, which is the box set, which is again 5 CDs plus Blu-ray Super Deluxe Edition. And what this includes is 5 CDs of material, roughly 80% unreleased, including studio outtakes and live tracks, plus the 2 Armadillo concerts, complete and remixed from the original 16-track masters. Also includes unseen photos and liner notes from band member Danny Wally, plus Voltmeister Joe Travers. The Blu-ray features new Dolby Atmos 5.1 mixes and high-resolution stereo audio with bonus surround experiences from Zappa's vault. So this is direct from the Zappa store. Let's jump over to Udiscover Music and take a look at the track listing. So here we have the various editions from the Udiscover Music website. And let's take a look at what's included. So disc 1 is Bongo Fury, the album, plus bonus Fury. We have the original 9 tracks that comprised the Bongo Fury album, plus we have 6 bonus tracks. Carolina Hardcore Ecstasy long version, which I have heard. It basically has just a million repeats of the chorus, so might be something we listen to a couple of times, but you'll definitely understand why it was cut down. We have Man with the Woman Head isolated vocal, which will be interesting to hear. Now, here's a bit of conceptual continuity for those of you who are interested in finding all these little bizarre connections. We have the Muffin Man, A Little Green Rosetta alternate take. And I always suspected that Muffin Man and the version of A Little Green Rosetta from the Leather album were from the same sessions. And indeed, they are. Actually, Evelyn, a Modified Dog, which appeared on the previous album, One Size Fits All, also comes from these tack piano sessions. This is Frank on vocals and George Duke on piano. We have the long version of 200 Years Old, which will be awesome. That's been in my head all week as it is. And here's something interesting. We have two versions of a track called Born to Suck, which I'm not familiar with. I haven't heard this track before, but it appears to be a studio recording. So there's a new song for Zappa files to sink their teeth into. So here's the centerpiece of the set piece, so to speak. We have two complete concerts from the Armadillo World Headquarters, live in Austin, Texas, May 20th and 21st, 1975. These are the concerts that were edited and presumably overdubbed to be included on the Bongo Fury album. And great set list here. We have songs like Apostrophe, early Mothers material like I'm Not Satisfied, The Velvet Sunrise, which is another unrecorded track. So it'll be cool to hear something new. Pound for a Brown and Sleeping in a Jar. We have the original version of The Torture Never Stops, which I mentioned was previously issued on You Can't Do That on Stage Anymore, Volume 4. And it's a nice version. We have, it looks like almost all of the songs from the Bongo Fury album are included here, with the exception of the studio tracks, 200 Years Old and Cucamonga. A Kid in His Arf of You with a Terry Bozzio solo, so that'll be interesting. And we have a version of Willie the Pimp, and that seems like a really obvious tune to play. So I'm excited to hear a Bongo Fury tour rendition of Willie. So from the 21st of May, we have the second Armadillo World Headquarters show. And a lot of this material is repeated, but obviously when it comes to Zappa, he always mixed improvisations. He always brought in new things, and every performance is unique. So Zappa is one of those few artists that I don't get burned out on repetition of the same material. And, I always dreamed of maybe having one complete show from the Armadillo World Headquarters, but we're getting two. And this is amazing. This is like a 4-hour extended edition of the Bongo Fury album. And if you love this album as much as me, you should be really, really excited about this. We have some more unique material on the Armadillo World Headquarters performance, including Florentine Pogan. I don't think I saw that on the other concert, so that's cool. Here's something that I'm really looking forward to hearing is the original unedited version of Muffin Man. Now, that incendiary guitar solo on Muffin Man was recorded live. That's not a studio overdub. And that's something that's always really impressed me. So I'm kind of hoping that the Muffin Man from the concert is longer, and we get to hear the solo that was edited down and eventually included on the Bongo Fury album. To me, that's one of Frank's most iconic solos. Have another version of Willie the Pimp, and check this out. Portuguese Lunar Landing. This is another unrecorded, unreleased track from this era, and I've heard bootleg versions of it, and it's a really cool track. It's going to be great to hear an officially mixed version, and I would assume that Craig Parker Adams is the one handling the mixing, and he always does fantastic work. Plus, this is a 16-track recording, so it's going to sound incredible. Absolutely breathtaking, I think. Finally, on to disc 6. Usually the Dolby Atmos mix would be the thing I was most excited about, but this time I think I'm actually more excited for the two shows. But the fact that we get the Atmos mix too is absolutely an embarrassment of riches, in my opinion. And I would assume that Eric Goebel and Karma Auger are doing the work again. They've done fantastic work remixing the Zappa catalog for surround sound formats. So I expect this to be nothing less than amazing, as all of their work so far has been. But if you look at the last 3 tracks on the Blu-ray, I see something really interesting. So it appears that they have remixed the Torture Never Stops original version for surround sound. Plus, we get 2 Utility Muffin Research Kitchen 6-channel mixes done by Frank Zappa in 1993 of Deborah Cadabra and Poofter's Froth, Wyoming Plans Ahead. And that is tasty indeed. So, wow, what a release. Now, let's go ahead and see what's on the vinyl set. So obviously, the 1 LP version is just the album, as it were, and the 2 LP edition. Let's see what's included there. So if you want to go for the vinyl edition, side 1 and side 2 are obviously the Bongo Fury album, and then LP 2, we get the long version of Carolina Hardcore Ecstasy, Man with a Woman Head isolated vocal, Muffin Man / A Little Green Rosetta alternate take, and Born to Suck. Side 4, we get The Torture Never Stops. That's the original version, obviously, sung by Captain Beefheart. Poofter's Froth, Wyoming Plans Ahead, and presumably the extended version of 200 Years Old. I almost said 200 Motels. That's a different Zappa record. So, yeah, you do get some excellent stuff if you go for the 2 LP edition, but really, this is what we're here for, folks. And this is going to be awesome. I absolutely cannot wait. So I don't know how others feel about this record in particular, but the Bongo Fury album is one of the most hard-rocking Zappa records. I find it bizarrely one of the most approachable, but at the same time, it's got Captain Beefheart on it, so it's really weird and somewhat hairy, and has all those interesting little moments of character that this unique band brought. And we are looking at a band that is transitioning from the one-size-fits-all era of the Mothers. Ruth Underwood's gone, Chester Thompson's gone, and in their place, we get Terry Bozzio on drums, and Danny Wally on slide and vocals. But aside from that, the core band, other than, of course, Captain Beefheart on soprano sax and madness, is Frank Zappa on guitar, Napoleon Murphy Brock on vocals and tenor sax, George Duke on keyboards, and Tom Fowler on bass. So it is kind of the sort of the core lineup that recorded One Size Fits All, but we've added 2 of Frank's childhood friends in Denny and Don Van Vliet. So it's a really special concert. It's a really special album. I've been dreaming of this for a long time, and this has made my whole week, and it's only Tuesday. So feel free to let me know in the comments below if you plan to pick this up. I know I've already got my order in. I didn't even look at what was included, and I ordered it and thought I'll look later. You know, I'll find out the facts later. I got to have this thing. It ships on March 20th, which is just under 2 months away, and hopefully it will be available from all retailers. But at the moment, it looks like only Zappa.com and You Discover Music are offering it. But indeed, I don't see a listing yet for Amazon. But if there is one, I will include it. I'm now an affiliate of Amazon. So in the future, if you check this video and you see an Amazon affiliate link, if you order from that link, I will get a small commission, and it's a great way to support the channel. But in the meantime, let me know in the comments below what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because I do intend to review this release. I think it's going to be absolutely sensational. I think it's going to be one of the best Zappa box sets to date, just based on what's included and who's involved too. I mean, that's a big part of it. But until then, I'm going to get back to work. I got some other stuff to do today, but you'll hear from me real soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.